Hi guys, my name is Jenna. If you guys are new here, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to our November plan with me video. Okay, this is like 2 months in a row now where I'm filming this late, but I can explain. And you guys are gonna watch this the week that I'm filming this. Today's actually Tuesday morning, and I'm hoping that this can be done by Thursday. I think it can. I ran a marathon at the end of the month, and I ended up just taking an entire week off of filming, editing, like kind of everything. So I didn't expect that to happen, but once I was done the marathon, which check out that video, I did post the week of the marathon vlog by now. Once that was over, I was like, wait, I just like lifted a huge responsibility and like a huge kind of commitment off my plate. It kind of just made me want to take a break from YouTube and everything for the week. So it was really nice because of that. I made a lot of social plans and I saw like so many friends from like Wednesday all the way through Sunday. So it was a very busy week and I'm happy to get back into everything. All of that to say, I am pretty late kind of planning everything. And I said this last month, but I'll say it again. Like, I think it's totally okay to be planning out for the month ahead on the 5th of the month, on the 1st of the month, on the 28th of the last month, whatever it takes for you to feel like you do have control over the rest of your month or the rest of your week. There's like no perfect time to start it other than the time that you choose. So I decided that for the first couple of days of November, I would plan out the rest of the month, and we're finally done everything. It took me like basically the whole weekend to just get through little bits and pieces of everything. I'm gonna talk about my monthly spending. I'm gonna talk about my content plans for the month of November. I'm gonna talk about my yearly and monthly goals, of course, and then my doodle planner, duh. How about we start with our bullet journal / doodle planner just to mix it up this month. Let me show you guys last month's habit and mood trackers that were finished. Ooh, here's how the habit and mood trackers look for the month of October. I think it's cute. Ended up removing the habit of journaling for November because I just don't really journal that much at all. As you guys can see, the end of the month, I just didn't really do that much. Okay, the beginning of the month was pretty bad because I got sick in the beginning of the month. So that's actually crazy. It feels like forever ago, even though it was only a month ago. But October was crazy because I got sick and then I was finishing up marathon training. So I was doing like my longest runs ever. It was my birthday and then we had the marathon at the end of the month. So it was actually just like a crazy busy month in general, but I feel like I did the best that I could even though I got sick. And that's our habit and mood trackers. I didn't print out photos. I need to do that still. Let me show you guys the theme for November. It's bread. Look at it. It's so cute. I love it. I actually colored the whole entire month with my friend Hanan over the weekend, or I think it was last week on Wednesday, and it was so fun. I think she did pink, or maybe she did purple too. I can't remember, but we both did like a little donut here, and I decided to do like ube rolls and like ube bread, and then we have like a salt pretzel, croissants. I did like a little jelly spread on the bread here. I just think this is so cute. The cinnamon roll. Oh my God. I love it. I think it's adorable. But if you guys are following my bullet journal Instagram, you guys already saw all of this. Here's the monthly layout. The empty habit and mood trackers. So I ended up adding some new habits for the month of November, edit and film, because I'm curious like what days of the month, like how many days is it, like 100%, 90%, whatever. What days am I actually taking off of filming and editing altogether? Because that for me is like an actual day off of YouTube and I'm just kind of curious. So I'm gonna track that this month and we'll see. And I did fill out for the first couple of days. I literally have not had 10,000 steps for the entire beginning of November, but it's fine. I'm gonna switch that today. I just literally was in pain for like 5 days straight. So I was like, and then here's how the weekly layouts look. Very cute. I love the bread theme. I just think it's like freaking adorable. And that is the doodle planner. As you guys know, I do have my 2025 doodle planner already, and I did do a giveaway on Instagram for around a week to give away a 2025 doodle planner of someone's choice. And I'm very happy that someone won from a different country because I did open it internationally. I know that shipping is pretty expensive, so I just wanted to give back that it was open to international people too. And I'm really happy because a student in Germany actually won. So I gave her like an extra pencil case and stuff, and she chose the black jeans. Let me know if you guys got your colors already for 2025. I'm very curious. And that's everything for the doodle planner this month. Okay, let's open up their computer. All things goals, planning, budget, all that stuff. Let's start a screen recording. Okay, here is my 2024 Notion template. I will be spending basically all of, I think, the end of December figuring out what I want to add for my 2025 Notion template, because as you guys know, I do this kind of every single year. And I feel like in 2024, Notion had so many just app updates and like feature updates in general. So I'm very curious to play around with them and see which ones are even available for like the free accounts, because I am someone that just wants to use the free account. I don't use Notion every single day, but I do use it on a monthly basis and all year round. So I'm going to try to figure out like what other things I can add to my free version and my free template for you guys, because I don't sell this either, for 2025. So that will be on our radar. How about we start with monthly goals? Let's kind of like work backwards. Before we go to our November goals, we're going to look at October and see what we accomplished. Okay, I think I did well. It was just the personal things that I didn't end up actually getting to, but let's just get into all of it. Personal, finish tomorrow. You guys, I literally did not read all month. Like, I'm still like 50 pages through. So, but I did look on my Books and Media Hub. I actually did complete my goal of reading 10 books this year. So it's okay. I actually am not gonna finish tomorrow right now. I'm gonna finish it later on, I think, when I have more time. But I really wanna read 7 Year Slip. Hanan actually got that for me for my birthday, like the paperback version. And people say to read it in the fall time. So I think I'm gonna read that because I just really want like a cutesy romance, especially since I haven't really read in a while. So I did not finish this book. I literally did not read it all in October. Stay flexible with my upload schedule. Yes, I did do that, and I'll show you guys on Rella. But there were actually 2 weeks in October where I took off one upload. It was the last week of the month, which was the marathon, and then actually the week of my birthday, I took off that Thursday as well to give myself actually like some PTO because I went to the spa. It was like so nice, and this was like a huge goal for me just in general for 2024. Be more flexible with myself and like actually allow myself grace and like not feel so much pressure to be so consistent, being so consistent with my upload schedule and working 9 to 5 and stuff. But I think it's okay to allow ourselves breaks, and you can still be consistent and take off like 2 weeks of the month, you know what I mean? I think I was really flexible with myself, and I think of all the things that I did accomplish in personal, I'm glad that being flexible with my upload schedule was the thing that I stuck with, because I think that's the thing that actually affects like my stress and my mood, my days the most, like how good I feel about YouTube that day, especially kind of working full-time too. How happy can I be with like my productivity, where I'm trying to shift that mindset and just be okay with like taking breaks and stuff. If it's like a special occasion or, you know, like my birthday or the marathon, it's okay to like take breaks after that. So yeah, and all that to say, I did not do any wedding planning this month. I think I was jumping the gun a little bit with wedding planning. I think honestly, Thomas and I will have like conversations and talk about like light decisions and just like discuss things for the rest of the year. But I don't think I'm gonna actually start planning, booking, reaching out to vendors or anything probably until 2025. Health and fitness, complete the Marine Corps Marathon. Yes, I did do that. It's so crazy because I was looking back and like counting how many days I actually dedicated to marathon training. 18 weeks is 126 days. That is like so hard. I literally did a 75 hard challenge like and more, you know? So I'm just really proud of myself. Once I completed the marathon, which watch that video if you want to see how it went, I documented like all the days leading up to the marathon and actual race day, clips of the race, a reflection after the race. So I'm not going to talk too much about the marathon because I know I already have. I'm just really proud of myself, and it was really well needed to like take a break from everything afterwards, because honestly, even with the speed project earlier this year too, I've just spent so much of my year running. I love running, and I feel like the marathon was a really good way to kind of like finish off the year for my running journey and stuff. For the year, that is. I will still be running and doing long distances and stuff, but I'm not going to run a marathon next year, at least I don't think. And then relating to the marathon, my other goal was no going out the week of the marathon, stay hydrated and carb load. I did do all of that if you check out the last video. Okay, Korean learning, finished like a Korean beginner level 4. Yes, we did finish that. I think that was the week of my birthday. And then reorganize the notes from last year's classes. I did do that too. I actually have a whole Quizlet that I made of all of the vocab, and then I reviewed all of my grammar in like my notebooks and stuff. But I was trying to figure out like what notebook I want to use next year. I think to save money, I'm just going to keep using the notebooks that I made around a year ago now and just add like stickers on top of the 2024. So I'm gonna do that instead of like buying myself a new notebook, because I don't need the notebook, you know, I have notebooks. And then lastly, financial, maintain my budget weekly and add $500 back to my travel fund, because I did travel I think in September or August, one of the two, and I was like, I want to replenish that sinking fund. So I did do that, and now I have an extra $500 in my travel fund, which is good because I am traveling in November. And now for the budget, I will go through a portion of my spending. I'm gonna bring this back just because I think it's fun. And what we're going to do is look at just one portion of my spending. I spent like literally an absurd amount of money this month, but there were other things that I want to break down that will explain the spending. And all this to say, this is not a normal month. Like, I don't normally spend so much money, but you guys can see in the breakdown here, we spent a lot on self-care, and I feel like I spent a lot on, what's the other thing? Miscellaneous was 8.9%. Miscellaneous was $421. So I want to look at those two things together and just talk through like what those transactions were, just to showcase that you can have your routine expenses, whether it's like going out to dinner or groceries and stuff, but there are going to be things every single month, honestly, that are out of the norm, like things that you wouldn't have spent any other month otherwise. Or there just might be things that you're spending more on, like the miscellaneous, like what is that, where you can just be more mindful in the next month to not spend as much on just like random stuff. But let's look. Okay, this is my expense tracker, and we are going to go to category, clear, and then we're gonna look at miscellaneous and self-care. I don't know if you guys can guess already. Maybe this is fun for you guys or just nosy and interesting. I don't care. Either way, this is the breakdown. So for miscellaneous, I spent around $421.55, and these are what the transactions were. I reloaded my DC Metro card, $50. I usually just do $50 every time I run out. And I was taking the Metro a lot, I feel like, in October, so I ended up having to replenish that. And then 2 things for Korean. I did buy a Korean grammar workbook. I got that on TikTok Shop, and it was honestly a really good purchase. It was just miscellaneous because I don't have a category for like Korean related expenses or like learning and development, but maybe that's something I'll add in 2025. And then down here, I did spend $245 on my Like a Korean class registration. I honestly think that for an online language learning course, $245 for 6 weeks of classes is really not expensive in my opinion. But even if it was expensive, I just really love the teacher. I feel like I'm learning. I feel like I'm learning so much faster than I would if I were to be studying alone. And I just, for those reasons, like there's just so much value in the cost that I'm paying for myself. So to me, that is a lot of money, but at the same time, like the value is there. So I feel like I am getting what I pay for. Okay. And then next we have $100 to a donation. Oh, so my friend Jen Lauren, she ran the New York City Marathon literally this last weekend. And I wanted to donate to her charity that she was raising money for the marathon. It was Release Recovery. And then lastly, miscellaneous $1.32 on sending my absentee ballot via USPS. So I had to pay for the envelope and the stamp. That's it. That's my miscellaneous. And then for self-care, I have, when I went to Bali and Springs, I did pay $21.42 just because I got like a drink there. Also, Katie Cosmetic Tattoo, that is my microblading for my eyebrows. That was $1,000. I think that's extremely expensive, but again, that's just like the value for me. And this $1,000 actually does include my 6-week touch-up. So if you guys can tell, I did microblade my eyebrows, and this is currently day 8 of healing, I think out of like 14 total. I did microblade my eyebrows, and it was a hefty cost. But I did a lot of research, and I just wanted to go to someone that I actually felt like very confident with her services. So it just happened to be $1,000, but again, I think it's worth it. And I know it's like way cheaper in Korea, but I just wanted to find somebody in the US so that I could go to my touch-ups like frequently. And that is my spending. But you know, that's $1,000 that I feel like I've been waiting literally years to spend. I've been wanting to microblade my eyebrows, honestly, for probably the last like 5 years, and I just never really did it until this year. So yeah, that is just a one-off cost that I like would have never done otherwise. That is our total spending for miscellaneous and self-care. That totals up to the $1,400. So again, these are amounts that I would not spend on a monthly basis. So I just wanted to showcase this too, so that I could be more aware, I can be more transparent with myself, and I know exactly like where my money is going. I think there's so much power in knowing where our money's going. So that's why I would really encourage you guys to budget and just track your expenses. One of the two. It doesn't even have to be budgeting, but tracking your expenses is so valuable, and it can like literally only help you. That's the budget. And I do have a discount code for this exact budget if you're curious. This is Selena's budget template, and she's actually updating it for 2025 too. So if you guys want this one, you see right here, you can get it for 25% off with the code Jenna25. Okay, that is everything for October. Let's go to our November goals. It's pretty chill this month, I think. I think honestly, November and December are going to be really chill with goals. I don't even know if I'm going to make goals in December. It'll literally just be like update my Notion template, stuff like that. I wanted to just keep it realistic, simple, and not too much. So here are my goals for November. Read one book. I mentioned that already. 7 Year Slip. I just really want to read it. It's a really cute cover. It's a really good story. I think it actually might be like a top 5 book this year is what I'm hearing, but we have that. And then health and fitness. I want to find a new workout routine / explore other workouts. So I did technically unfreeze my Orange Theory this week, but I'm thinking about just canceling it altogether just because I don't really need Orange Theory anymore with how much my running journey and just like how much I love running in general. I started Orange Theory when I wasn't running at all, but now that I'm running, I feel like I don't really need the extra cardio. I just want to do classes for specifically strength, and I do like the Orange Theory strength classes, but they're at 8 o'clock now, and I just don't want to be like rushing so much in the morning. So I'm thinking about canceling Orange Theory altogether and then getting either class pass and doing like F45 and yoga, or just getting like only yoga or only berries or something. But I think for the month of November, I'm just going to explore other workouts in general and just find a new workout routine that works best for me. Korean learning, start Like a Korean Elementary. That's level 5. I actually started that yesterday, but I was late to my class because of daylight savings. I like did not realize until there was only like 20 minutes left of the class. So I did stay after too and practice my conversations and stuff, but we did start another course. I am going to continue Korean learning classes even through 2025. Korean is going to be like my main focus of 2025, and I'll talk about that at the end of the year, and I kind of already did a little bit in the past. It's honestly really challenging living in a country where not many people speak it, and even for me personally, my family prefers to speak English. My parents are very fluent in Korean. Like, Korean was both of their first languages, but my dad moved to the States when he was 12, and my mom moved to the States after she married my dad, but she was in international school, like growing up when she was younger, went to college in Korea, came to America after she married my dad. So it's all like very, I think, unique, but all that to say, I've only ever really been around English even at home, but my parents are fluent. So, and they're very like supportive of me learning Korean. So I'm trying to just embrace that more and practice more with Thomas. But even that is really hard because of medical school and his limited free time. Like, we just don't have a lot of time to practice together. So I think courses are going to be the best way that I maintain, retain, and continue studying. And then in 2025, I will figure out a way to practice my conversations more. Okay, I rambled, but I did start my Korean class, and then I want to study every single weekend and on Wednesdays. I want to study during the week more too. Okay, and then lastly, maintain my weekly budget for financial. Of course, that's going to be a goal probably every single month, and make a holiday budget, because I do want to kind of line up and plan out what I want to spend for gifts in the holiday season, because I usually go overboard and I'm trying not to. So those are my goals for November. Lastly, for Notion, let's look at the yearly goals. These are the things that I've updated since I actually did this ahead of time, so we're not going to do it in real time, but I did read at least 10 books. I'm very proud of myself. I'll show you guys that right after this in my Books and Media Hub, but we did read at least 10 books. And then this, I'm so excited to cross this off at the end of the year. My Korean goals, learning Korean every single month, traveling's all complete for the year, health and fitness, run at least 5 more races. Oh, actually, I can mark this off too, because I did already mark off that I did the Marine Corps Marathon. So all of my running goals and my health and fitness goals are good. Be consistent with exercise throughout the year. That's definitely on track, even though we're going to skip the last week because of marathon recovery. And then career, take at least 1 video off a month. That is definitely on track still. Tracking my income using a budget and stick to it. It's literally November. I have only 2 months left. And then I actually can confidently say I used a budget for the entire year. So I'm really proud of myself for that too. And then save $15 towards a savings fund. I actually need to double check on that because I'm not sure, but I think I'm close. And that's my yearly goals update. Pretty quick and simple, but I think that since we're getting towards the end of the year, like, a lot of the stuff is complete, and it just makes me happy, because looking at these yearly goals every single month with you guys, whether we check off 1 thing, 2 things, no things, like, we get to the end of the year, just so much progress that we've made. So I'm just overall really proud of myself, and hopefully this inspires you guys to use either this Notion template or just do yearly goals in general. Hopefully that's why you guys like these videos. That's, I think, everything I have for the yearly goals. And then quickly, I did want to show you guys the Books and Media Hub. I counted it and I was like, oh my God, I did read 10 books this year. So we started from Everything I Know About Love, Heart and Soul, A Court of Wings and Ruin. Oh, I should read those the rest of the year. I heard that the wintertime is really good to finish up the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, so I might do that too. Funny Story. Oh, I loved Funny Story. Part of Your World, Yours Truly, Just for the Summer. Like, this was definitely my Abby Jimenez year, and it was just literally amazing. I love her. She's probably one of my favorite authors. Love in the Time of Medical School. That was an okay book. It was really quick. We'll Always Have Summer. I did that via audiobook. And then Soulmates. Those are the 10 books that I read this month. It's crazy. Last year, what did I even read last year? I think I read one. Oh, I read 11 books last year. So if I can read 1 more, then I have matched my goal from last year, which is so cool. I just really like reading. Like, I don't read a lot, but looks like a lot to me. So I like to have stuff like this to track my progress, and also like affirm myself that even though I don't read a lot like book talkers or something, I do read in general, and it's better than nothing. So yeah, okay, that's the Books and Media Hub update. And then lastly, I want to show you guys Rella. Here's the content that you guys can expect for the rest of the month, but I want to go first and just look through how October looked. So this is how October looked. A new update on Rella is now they have the little icons next to your content. So not only is there color coding, but you can see the actual icon of like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and stuff. I love that. And then also, since this is a past month, the colors are a little bit faded. So for October, like I said, we had 2 weeks in October where I ended up just totally taking off, and I'm just absolutely okay with that. But overall, we did do a good amount with like short form. I even had a short form brand deal in October, which was really fun. Some restaurant reels. I try to do restaurant reels at least once or twice a month just because I think that they're fun and it's a good way to do like different types of content that I wouldn't usually do on my YouTube channel. So I make them like voiceover style and it's just like so much fun for me. So that's the short form content, but then otherwise October looked in terms of YouTube videos. Okay, and then for the rest of November, like I said, we have our November plan with me. That's literally gonna be going up a week into November. Oops. But for the rest of the month, we have a reset vlog coming up. We have work to live diaries, work week in my life. That will be last week. And then a days in my life video that I'm gonna film this week to try to keep up with my weekly vlogging. And then a work from home setup refresh. I'm so excited because I'm actually working with Branch on a video. I'm looking at my new desk right now and it's like literally perfect. So I'm really excited for that video. And then a December plan with me at the end of the month. I'm gonna take a video off towards the end. That's like around Thanksgiving week. So yeah, that's my plan there. And that is the content that you guys can expect for the rest of the month. I do have something that I'm gonna do in December that is, I think, oh wait, where is it? Oh, I think it's actually unscheduled. But if I go to the board view, it's also really nice because now you can sort by your scheduled date and ascending or descending. So if I scroll down, then I can see my unscheduled content. And I do have the apartment hunting. I am going to figure out like a way to actually bring value to that video and not just show a bunch of different apartments, but I want to actually give tips for anyone that is searching to live in Arlington because it is just like astronomical, the rent prices. And I feel like I have like more tips to share than apartments to show because all the apartments honestly kind of look the same and it'll vary just depending on like at what time of the year you're actually looking at the open apartments. So I think I'm going to make like a tips for apartment hunting instead of actually apartment hunting. That's the update on that. I feel like I talked about it every single month for like 3 months. Oops. But I just honestly didn't really have bandwidth to do it. And oh, my days in my life video, I'm working with a small business. They're not like paying me, but I am working with them. And I'm really excited because this is like a brand that I love so much. So I'm very excited for that. And then the reset vlog is also going to be a brand deal, but I have no brand deals scheduled for December, which I think I'm going to keep that way. Like I'm not really looking to like make more money, honestly, in December. I just want to relax. So I think this might be the end of my YouTube sponsors in the year of 2024 in November, maybe. That's what you guys can expect. And I think that's everything for Rella. Pretty quick for Rella this time too. Isn't that cool? If you just click on the feed, it like instantly pops up and then you can look at your feed and you can like schedule content and stuff. It's really nice. And then there's an analytics portion too where you can see all of your engagement. So on Instagram, I actually was not that active in Instagram. So my engagement rate went down a little bit. And also in September, I had my proposal like Instagram post. So I think that's why the engagement is a lot lower in October. But you can see this too, but you can see TikTok, I'm doing a little bit better. I did have a TikTok like do really well. It's actually a restaurant reel that I just reposted on TikTok. I don't really care too much honestly about the metrics, but I just think it's cool that Rella has it. And for anyone that like works specifically in social media client management, I think it's really, really valuable to have these reports and you can like choose the dates and then you can just like create your actual report. So it's really nice. I love that feature of Rella and I think that's actually the last thing. I'm going to stop the screen recording now. And now it's 8:52, which is the perfect time for me to finish filming and log on to my 9 to 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a very cozy video. I'm actually glad that I'm filming this in the morning because I was like stressed. I was like, should I film this at like 10 p.m. last night? And I was like, no, I'm gonna film this in the morning. It'll be fine. And it is a little bit late, but I think I'm just gonna get back on track next month or in 2025. Like I'm keeping it chill over here on this side of YouTube for the rest of the year. So if you guys like the chill vibes, but also like I try to be inspiring and motivational in like my everyday life. So make sure you guys are subscribed for vlogs and stuff. And other than that, I will see you guys next month for another plan with me in a new video very soon. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I post new videos twice a week in 2024. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, but until then, miss you already.